Hello, loves. Welcome to Guidance and Divine Light. Today's topic is on why a reading can shift because of our personal manifestations. In the short clip, you will see where my colleague, Gladys Bermudez, is putting me under a channeled hypnosis where I channel in my higher self, Celestial. Celestial brings in a beautiful message in regards to why a reading can shift because of our personal manifestations.
Thank you. Her next question. When I predict things for my cousin, why is it always the opposite of what I say? It's never been like that, so it makes me worry that with other people it will end up being the same. Should I keep quiet when I receive information about others? So I guess she's being able to predict things in the future for other people, but lately with her cousin, everything that she is predicting, it turns out to be the opposite. So can you bring more light into why that's taking place?
There are two things taking place. One is the frequency in which her cousin is in. And two, it is a learning process for her that she needs to understand that not everything is going to be accurate because time is always shifting. Time is always creating. Time is always existing. So, although that timeline for that person that she is tapping into, that person was not supposed to go through that event, but that person is also a creator.
Mm-hmm.
And that person has manifested that event for themselves. So it is for her to know that not everything is set in stone, and it is okay. She needed to learn that her cousin manifested that for herself, even though it was not in her timeline to receive that.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, she's very, very detailed as to the information that comes forward because she does not want to do a disservice to others by providing information that isn't accurate.
Yes.
So she's very, very, how can I say, cautious. I said, why am I so cautious about things like that?
Yes. It is difficult to predict the future because the future is inconsistent.
Right.
We create and manifest our time. We create and manifest what we want to go through. And we shift our time. So for her to predict the future, it is not impossible, but she needs to know that it is ever changing. So timeline shifts, timeline changes, dimensions shifts, dimensions change. So it is inconsistent because our frequencies are inconsistent. Everything is inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
So she needs to know that it is okay if things did not turn out the way that she predicted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And not be hard on herself. It does not mean that she cannot connect. It does not mean that she cannot bring forth realities that will happen because it aligns with that person. So if that person, let's say, they have a question and that they want to buy a car, and they manifest that card. She predicts, yes, you will have a card that will happen. But if she predicts that they will have a car and yet they don't see themselves getting that car, even though it is in their timeline to receive that car, but if they don't manifest it themselves, it will not happen.
Okay.
So it all has to align perfectly. But things of that has already transpired, it is a lot easier to connect with than things that are to happen,
Okay. So
unless it's concrete, unless it's in their timeline, because there are timelines that person will go through that no matter what.
okay. Okay. So she could also say, you know, and it all depends on, you know, timeline. Things can change. The future's not set in stone. So whenever she says
Perfect.
things like that, it's just as what I can see now, it is a big possibility that these things will take place. But
Yes.
things could also change and
And
shift.
this is very important also for many psychics, for many people that have the ability to see in the future. Many of them run into this situation and they get discouraged, or they feel, what is happening? Why am I not being able to connect? And just know, especially with the energies coming forth right now, we are able to manifest things so quickly, our desires. So, you know, there are going to be those times where you run into these situations, and don't doubt yourself. Just know that that time for that person has shifted,
Exactly.
and they are no longer in that time that you have predicted for them.
Okay. Thank you.
I hope this has brought some light to you and understanding as to why a reading can shift, can change, because we create and we manifest our outcome and what we want out of our own reality, as we are all sovereign creator beings. I hope this clip has shed some light into why things change, and not all everything is set in stone. We can always create as long as we are in alignment with for our highest self and for our highest good. Thank you.